What's the one common thing in everything that's ever happened to you? You.
What's the
Good,
one?
bad,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
indifferent. Like
Wow.
there's
Riddles. That's like a riddle of Sphinx type thing right
well,
there.
yeah, yeah, but like think about it. Like your whole life, you can't choose your family, you can't choose, your parents, you can't choose all this kind of stuff. You can't choose the things that other people do. But the one common theme in every aspect of your life is yourself. And if this happened, or if this happened, if it was good, if it was bad, what was the same thing? And so if these things continue to happen to you, you can use that as very demotivating, demoralizing, that you're just, oh, I just got bad luck, where you can realize you're in complete control of the things that go on in your life. And the only common denominator for everything that happens is you. And so the only thing that you can control is yourself. And if you continue to change, or if you work to change, and if you work to make yourself better, then the situations that happen are going to be better, because you're going to continue to bring in better things into your life. So choose to control what you can control. You can control your motivation by finding that why, to get you on that path towards living healthier, towards being better, to being stronger, to whatever your goal is. But you are in control of that, no one else. So looking to other people for your motivation is not going to work ultimately.
No, I totally agree with that. And I think a lot of times we're being in the wrestling business for both of us, that's been like it gives you a lot of mental toughness and discipline because if people don't understand what you're trying to do, which there's people that probably throughout
Mhm.
our brands just laugh it off and don't understand. And, for what we do too, and the way the fitness industry is, especially on social media and YouTube, it is very flashy. It is very sexy. It is very much filled with false promises.
Mhm.
But that's what converts sales and that's what makes these influencers money.
Sure.
And wrestling's kind of the same way. Because if you say, hey, I want to have a fitness brand and I want to do this and I want to do it for the very beginners and the basics and this and that, the egos of other people within the industry laugh at you because, oh, you're not going to be deemed an expert and you're not jacked and you're not on a ton of gear and you don't look like an action figure.
Sure.
You could tend to, but when I get those reactions now, and this comes with maturity and age, because young
Mhm.
people, I was a young guy trying to please everybody, trying to do this and that and the other thing, and then being unhappy because they ended up laughing at me anyway.
Sure.
Now when they laugh, now when they look sideways, now when they roll their eyes, it's like I'm on to something and I'm going to corner it because they don't understand it.
Sure.
So that's one person that's not going to compete with me.
Yeah. No, yeah. No, that's good. That's good. I think finding a peace with yourself and being confident in who you are and being motivated by yourself. I think that's where that self-awareness, self-reliance, you come back to things. And it's so easy to see other people and like, oh, well, they're in complete control. And like in the wrestling business, you can say, well, the booker's in complete control of the future of my career and all this kind of stuff. But that's not true. That's not true. If you work hard and you put in the time and you put in the work, there's a little bit of truth to the fact that, yeah, if the booker just hates you, okay, cool. But you're ultimately like, what can you do to get the booker to like you? What can you do to, not that you got to kiss ass or anything like that, but what could you do differently? Because there's
There's
got to
some
be a
people in
reason.
wrestling you don't want to like it because they're complete friggin'
Well, sure.
scumbags.
Totally, totally.
So,
But and that's a unique thing to people in the wrestling industry, but in the fitness world, in things that go on in your career, in your job, you could say your boss doesn't like you. Well, what have you done to get to that point? What could you do to change how you're behaving, instead of waiting for the other person to just come around or to like you or to whatever? What could you do differently that you can control, and focus on making yourself more resilient and being more aware of who you are, so that you bring more to the table and so that you can then reap the rewards? Because the reality is, if you put in the work, you keep positive, you stay motivated because of yourself, because of your why, and you figure that out and you're confident in what you're going towards, and you don't let all the noise from everybody else come in the way and block you. If you just be patient, be consistent, you're going to get results. You know, that boring consistency brings exciting results. That's legitimate. It is true. If you just stay consistent with it, you will eventually get the results that you want through attrition, because you're just going to outlast everybody, you know? So just keep going. But there's that motivation to block out all the outside crap that will be huge on your journey forward. If you like that, check the links in the description to catch full episodes of the Big Fitness Show podcast.